Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a little special because I am showing you my army of Sin-lings, I guess. I'll come up with a better name later. But basically, if you haven't noticed already on my channel or my other social medias, that this character is my original character that I made years ago, and he was basically in a little box in my brain for the longest, and once I officially established StitcherWitts, I figured the best character to use as the mascot for it would be this guy. Now, Sin is probably my oldest original character. He was the first character that wasn't really influenced by like a fandom, or he was like just a whole bunch of random ideas put together, and he just ended up turning out to be one of my favorite characters of all time. Like a ragdoll plushie. That was basically the initial idea of what he is. So, I mean, yeah, he's technically that. I guess his official title would be Sin the Cat Bat. And I was so obsessed with this character back in, I think, freshman year of high school, that I wanted him to come to life so bad. I never sewn anything in my life. I was 14 years old, but I always loved plushies. But I really, really wanted to bring him to life because that's how much I cared about him. So I asked my dad if I could make him, and he already loved my character. He's always loved him from the start. He took me to Walmart back when they had the sewing station, or where they sold fabrics and thread and everything, and that's where I got all my first fabrics. And I wasn't really going for what he felt like, I was just trying to match the colors. So he has all types of different types of fabric in his construction, I guess. He has some weird felt fabric thing. I think it was like a, what's the word? A stabilizer? Like it's like it's the type of fabric you put in between two fabrics to make it stiff. Like if you're making a hat or some type of costume and you need it to like keep its structure. That's kind of what his collar and cufflinks feel like. His wings have a very polyester feeling. And his fur, or gray fur, feels like kind of a jean material almost, while his tie, I don't know, it's a weird kind of cotton fabric. It's thick, but yeah, and a furry chest from a swatch of fur. Basically, I grabbed whatever looked like the right color for him, got a pattern to make a cat plush, because obviously I never sewn in my life, so I just got a pre-made, there was one for a plushie, one that looked like a cat, and I just, I changed it a bit, just so it could fit him. And I'm not going to move him, just because I kind of like my little setup. I'll move the little figurines, but him and the bigger one, I'll just keep them there. But he has a tail. His tail is really wonky. His wings are way bigger than I ever drew them. But yeah, basically this video is showcasing all the little Sins that I've collected, either through commissions or through craft trades. But a lot of them are craft trades. But yeah, my goal is just to have a whole wall of just him. I don't know why, but I love seeing him in different styles and mediums and shapes and sizes. And we'll start off with this little tiny guy. Whoops. He is, and his wing is broken. But I will fix it. Ignore the wing. This is my first polymer clay figure when I asked my husband if I could try to work with polymer clay. And I did make a few charms, but I don't know. I might just wait to do better and get like better glaze and stuff just to make better ones, but I said I have to see if I can make Sin. And yeah, he was my first one. The colors are a little bleedy on the tail. I don't even know. Is it even focusing? Kind of. A little. But yeah, he was my first little polymer clay figure, and I really love how he came out. The face is really cute and tiny. And yes, he always has one swirly eye and one X eye. This eye technically means he doesn't have an eye there. This one, he can have expressions with it. But yeah, this... It looks so bad now that the wing's coming off and stuff, but hey, first try, I think this is pretty good. I don't know. Even has little paws, the giant little cufflink buttons. Yeah, I love this little figure. This one is was a commission from my very sweet friend from England. I always call her Hiri. I have no idea what her real name is. I'm sure she's told me a few times. I just keep forgetting. But it's always been Hiri to me. And I've known her since my DeviantArt times when I got heavily into the Monster High community. And I've watched her develop her art style for years. And I'm just in love with it. I don't know. There's just something about it that is just so cute. And when she does her traditional art, she likes to use, I think, glitter pens or Winkle Stella pens. I don't know what she uses, but I don't know if you could tell, but the wings are super glittery, and she does this to like a lot of her traditional art pieces, and they just look so gorgeous. And she loves working with watercolors. But yeah, I had to commission this. It was just, I couldn't pass up seeing how he would look in her style. And I was not disappointed. He's very adorable. Okay, I'll talk about this big guy. This big guy, I believe he was, basically my first craft trade. I did not expect him to come out this big. That wasn't the initial idea for the trade. But she wanted one of my bats, but, custom colors. She wanted, plaid, like a red plaid and green plaid on her bat. I'll put a picture up on the screen. I was to make her a bat, and she said she would crochet, because that's her specialty. She's good at crochet. And she suggested to crochet Sin, so I was like, yeah, okay, go for it. And it took her a while just because, it ended up coming out so big and she has her own little business. But once she was finished and showed it to me, I still did not understand how big he was. I was just happy to see him in crochet form because I was just getting into crochet myself. But I love the arms. The buttons she used for his cufflinks and the collar, like, if I could find those same buttons to eventually recreate my own plushie of him, those are the buttons I would use. Like, that is the perfect gold color, the shine and everything. Like, I am obsessed with these buttons. I don't know why, but they're just so perfect to me. And she even did the skull and a little tie. I think people get confused if his tie is a tie or if it's just a random scarf that hangs from his neck. It's supposed to be the neck of the tie, while the The skull part is the knot. But, you know, either way, I kind of like the different ways people are interpreting his tie. It's kind of cute. And he has his tiny little wings, and it feels like she used a thinner yarn for this, because it kind of reminds me of, you know how, like, grandmas make doilies and stuff for, like, the bathroom, or they put starch on it to make it stiff and use it as wall decor? Like, that's what that feels like to me. But yeah, once I got this guy in the mail and I opened the box and how big he was, I was like, oh my god. But I am in love with giant plushies. Like, the bigger the better. I don't know why, just like more to hug, more to love, I don't know. Well, I was probably talking for 10 minutes straight and didn't notice that my camera stopped. Let us continue. I don't remember where I left off. Let's just go with it. This was supposed to be an easy video, but I guess not. Alright, we'll start off with this guy. This one was made by Sleepy Senpai, and this was a craft trade that had some unpredictable outcomes, I guess, in a good way, don't worry. She suggested to make a clay figure of my character Sin, and I was like, okay, cool. I'll just make a small plush or whatever you want. And she suggested Ampharos. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I've never heard the Pokemon's name before, but I only know the first 150 Pokemon, so anything after that, I don't know squat. But I looked him up. Looks like a electric plushy kangaroo thing, even though his starter version looks like a little sheep or lamb. Anyway, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go for it. Ended up making him way bigger than expected, and very overly detailed, and I ended up falling in love with him. He is in a previous video. I will link him probably at the end of this one. And yeah, I definitely did a unbalanced trade there, but I'm still very happy with this, and she's extremely happy with hers, so that's all that matters to me, honestly. But, you know, she decided to make Sin as a lucky cat. I'm sure a lot of you know, but if you don't, it is basically like a Lucky Charm Chinese cat type thing. You usually see them in Chinese restaurants or sushi bars and stuff. And, you know, they're supposed to bring good luck and fortune to your family. And usually it's just a little animatronic cat, and his little paw is always like kind of like, it looks like he's like begging for a treat or something, and he either has coins around him or stuff. But just seeing Sin in this really cute pose and just cutesy style just made me super happy. And I love how hefty or like sturdy he is. And she completely glazed him, made him nice and shiny. Got his little wings and all his little details, so that makes me happy. And she even put like little shines on his cheek, a little heart shine on his hip. With her thank you note, she also added a cute little watercolor illustration of Sin, and I really love it. I like the style. He's in his signature sitting pose. I don't know why I always draw him in a sitting pose. That's just what I end up defaulting to. I like the colors. I like the little white outline. I like the like almost blood drippy background color. I really enjoy it. And she gave him little cheek furs, which is just so cute. Little floofs on his cheek. I love it. It's a really adorable, cartoony look of him, and oh, she even gave him little eyebrows. Wonderful. This is just the cutest. So, moving on to the next one before my camera decides to mess up again. This craft trade was with Affy Arts, and she is too sweet. And it was I felt bad with this art trade just because I ended up getting a really bad art block or creative block. I don't know what you want to call it. Like, I was just in a funk. It was bad. And she made me quite a few little things. But I originally wanted to make like a tiny plushie of her character. I also made a video of what I finished for her, and I'll link it at the end of this video also. But she wanted a plush of her character, Styx, while I wanted a little clay figure of Sin. And she decided to go with making him a sphinx, and I really, really loved the idea, because I never knew what kind of species of cat or breed of cat he would be if he was real. And she went with sphinx because of the big ears and the just kind of creepy look of it. Baby? You're showing up in this video too, bud? What's up? Mwah. Love you. Anyway, this is more like a creepy look of him, and I love it. It's super cool. His eyes glow in the dark, and she even put his little paw prints on the bottom. I love it. This one makes me so happy. This one, thank you, bud, for pointing him out, was, I think, because I was taking so long. I don't know if she was bored or just decided to do it, but she made a cute version of Sin. And this is just so, like, pleasing to the eye. Like, it's so cartoony, has a nice little dynamic motion to him. He's really spoingy, kind of gives me like the old-timely Disney feel. I think it's called rubber hose art style, like how those tiny little hands. You see the cute little button? Yeah, it's nice and shiny. I'm okay if you mess with these guys, because they're a lot more sturdy. Just don't touch the little figures, okay, bud? They're fragile and delicate, and a lot of work went into them. I mean, work went into these guys too, but they can handle the rough play, you know? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, she cute little wings, the tiniest little hat. Not even I can make a hat that small. I love the detail so much. Just the look at this pose. It's just so swoop, that action. Oh, I love it. Very, very pleasing. Very pleasing pose. The little stitchings on his hip, the little paws. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, and of course she did the ones on those too. Cute little gold cufflinks. Really big skull for the knot of the tie. I love it. And just those ears. Look how huge they are. I don't know, this is like just a super cutesy, goofy version of him compared to the other one. It made me so happy. Whoa! I've been attacked. Anyway, this is just the cutest thing. And when I saw that she did two little figures, clay figures, I was like, oh no, I can't give her the plush I was gonna give her. It was just so tiny, and even though she does love it still, and I will eventually finish it for her, but I don't know. To me, it just didn't seem like a fair trade. So I had to make the bigger, improved sticks, and I'm actually very glad I did, because it helped me get out of my crafting funk. It was able to start me up in making plushies again, and because of that, I was able to make all the Halloween plushies that I came out with. So for that, I was very grateful. I'm just getting too excited, and I keep knocking down the camera. Oh dear. But anyway, I thought what was really sweet is that she decided in her package, when she delivered the figures, she decided to make me a few little stickers, like a little extra thanks. The way she put it, like fan art and stuff, and These are very cute. I love them. One like a more I guess sinister Sin with the dark eyes, and then this one's super cute and just being overall adorable. I love it. And they are like really dark gray. I don't know if that was just because of her printer, but you know, I dig it. Maybe I could put one of them on my sewing machine, hopefully. I hope so. They're probably too big, but I'll find a spot for them. And I didn't notice this at first. Like I had already put everything away, and I thought that the envelope that these came in, it was just the backing to keep it sturdy so they wouldn't bend. But then I noticed I saw something a little faded, and I was like, wait a minute. So I pulled it out, flipped it over, and it was this gorgeous, super gorgeous fan art of Sin, and I was like, wow. I don't think I've ever tried to draw him this way. Like, I used to like make him like super, like I know I did one creepy, but like to do like a nice detail, just super cool. I don't know. I really love this. Like, I want to frame it. I just love how this looks. The bat wings look amazing. He's nice and extra fluffy. His tail is ginormous. Oh my god. And just like the glowing of his eyes. Oh, and then she did like a it looks like she used a silver pen to outline it, and oh, there you go. You can see the name better there, but oh, this is awesome. I really want to frame this. I love this so much. This just looks so cool in watercolors and ink, and wow. And she dated it. That's lovely. This is just so awesome. I think she said that this was like a extra thank you for making her character come to life, because she really appreciated the plush of sticks, and I understand that feeling entirely, because that's how I feel whenever I see any of these little things of Sin all over the place, and you know, you're just getting some big feet, but like, oh, just seeing him in all these different styles just feels like kind of feels like a birthday present for me, even though no your birthday, but I don't know, it's like, you know, treat yourself. And it just feels so good to see that other people can enjoy your character too, as well as just get creative with them. And I love it so much, and it makes me so happy. I really, really love this drawing so much. And 2 more drawings. Oh, thank you. My makeup. All my makeup brushes. Well, it's not Halloween anymore, bud. That was yesterday. But thank you. And I will put up 2 more illustrations of Sin. One was just fan art from my dear friend Raichu Rebel. And this one was from another artist that I will also put all her information in the description box below. And I think he came out super cute, just super adorable and bubbly looking. I love it. So thank you everyone who has ever done a commission for me, or just wanted to help participate in these craft trades and just making my collection of Sin just a little bit bigger. Makes me really happy, and I really appreciate it. And maybe in the future I'll make another video updating if this collection gets any bigger. So thank you. I will see you guys in the next video. And that's my tripod. Hold on. I'ma just hold it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.